What's up, everybody? It's Matt Schmidt here, and I'm going to be talking about retargeting today. This is an awesome topic because it's probably one of the most profitable things you can do for your business. And it's just about recapturing people, whether they are visitors to your site that left before purchasing, or they're customers of your site, and you bring them back at a cheaper rate. Retargeting is incredibly powerful for you, and it's going to give you the ability to increase your ROI. It's a great tool for repurchases, right? If you can walk people through in a retargeting, introducing them to new ads, making sure that they're seeing new products that you release. This is the kind of stuff that can bring people back to a cheaper rate. And if they're loyal to your store because you're providing good products and good content and you're giving them a good user experience, then they're going to be loyal to you and purchase over and over again. So retargeting is incredibly powerful to use. Goals for retargeting are bringing people back who get distracted to complete their purchase. One of the best headlines, I always like to keep it simple when I'm retargeting, but if I create an ad based off of people who did not complete their purchase, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second, and the apps that I recommend using, you can actually say something like, did you forget to purchase? Get yours here. Just a simple question of, did you forget to purchase? It's amazing how many times I'll get somebody that actually says, you're right, I did forget to purchase this. Thank you for reminding me. And so that's really powerful for you to use. It's something that's very, very simple. And that's how you should keep it. Don't overcomplicate these retargeting. They've already shown interest. It's just about closing that person and getting the sale. So then you can also bring back customers. That's a distinct difference between visitors or people in general. And you want to bring back customers, people who have purchased from you in the past, and bring them back to purchase other products, right? So if you have a custom audience full of people who have shown interest or people who have reached the checkout page on your site, and you can target those people again, that ad's going to perform very well because they've already known who you are. They're going to see you again. They're going to see you multiple times offering great products that they've already, maybe similar to the ones that they've already shown interest in. So it's very powerful for you to do. So the great thing about Shopify is that there's two solutions in my mind out here right now that have provided great opportunity for you to take advantage right away because they're apps. You can just install them. Retarget app is one that I've been testing very recently based off the recommendations from some of my friends. And it's a great for producing catalog ads for other products in your store. So if somebody hits your store for product A, they will be retargeted through Retarget app with A, B, C, D, and so on. So it shows a catalog and it's retargeting, and that is really cool because think about leading them in on something. Maybe they didn't like this one, but maybe they like the next one, or if they liked the first one, then maybe they'll like the second and the third one. They'll pick up the second and the third one in the retargeting. So that's really powerful for use. Now, Maya is a little different. It's great for producing single product ads for your store. The really powerful thing about Maya is that, say you have a catalog full of 30 items. If one item is like the core lead item for you, right? And you're pushing all the traffic to that. And then in a natural progression, the other items start getting a certain amounts of traffic. Well, once each page has a certain amount of visitors, Maya automatically kicks in and gives you the ability to have a retargeting ad auto-created for that product, right? So it creates custom audiences for each individual product based off the amount of traffic that it's been getting. So it will fire up ads for you. It's always fun when I see like an ad created from Maya. This is something that we've been using over the last 3 months, for which a lot of it has a lot of success, and it's getting me a consistent $6 or below conversion rate on shirts. So it's really awesome, especially now that hoodie season's coming around. It's maintaining that level and still giving me more money per conversion with the hoodie being there. So that's really powerful. It does create an ad for anything you have in the store. So I don't really recommend you doing retargeting for free plus shipping offers. So I would make sure that you turn off that offer if that's something that you're going to do on your store. So you can search in your app store for each one of these and install them using their process. They have videos, and I mean, it's a paid app, so follow their process, install everything. We will look over the shoulder here in a second to see that, make sure that you understand which one of these they are, and you get the right ones. So you can also do retargeting yourself. You can add a Facebook custom audience pixel, not the custom audience pixel in this case, not the new one. This is code for custom audiences. You can add that to your site, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. This will allow you to create a custom audience of visitors to specific site, your specific site or specific pages. So just like Mamiya does, you can do that by yourself. So if you're not willing to pay the fee for Mamiya, because they do take a little bit of a cut for handling the hassle for you, you could do this yourself too, and I'll show you the manual way of doing that. You can later create a lookalike audience from these specific custom audiences as well, which is super powerful. So you imagine you can create a custom audience from one of the products in your store, and then create maybe a lookalike audience off of that. So if it was some kind of special product, you could, that blended two things, you could immediately custom audience. Like if it was a nurse, a country nurse shirt, and you had country and nurse together, and you wanted to create a custom audience off of that, and then you could lookalike audience off of that, and that way you have a 1.9 million audience of country nurse comboed together. So that's where that power comes in. I hope that makes sense, and it's pretty cool to take advantage of. So now I want to go over the shoulder real quick. Here is Retarget app, just to make sure that you understand which one it is. I'll go ahead and expand this a little bit. So Retarget app is something that, if you can kind of see that, it has a video there. That's what a catalog is going to look like. And it's dynamic ads. So this is a very new, very well favored form of advertisement on Facebook. So take advantage of this quickly, because it's working. It's worked for us. We've at a solid ROI. I made about an extra $88 in my store in a day, I think, on a new store that's not had that much traffic to it yet. So I can't wait to see what it does down the road. And then let's go over to Mamiya. This takes a little bit more of an integral setup. You have to go through a couple things, allow them to access certain parts of your site. Totally worth it though, because like I said, I'm getting average retargeting pretty much hands off of $6 on shirts across the board for months. So it's maintained that level, and it's bringing in extra revenue into our stores on almost autopilot. They do have a fee. This is more expensive of the two, but it's totally worth it in my opinion. Now, the manual aspect. So now I'm inside my ads manager. So what I want to do is create a custom audience right here. So I'll say website traffic. So what you're going to want to do is say website traffic here, anyone who visits specific web pages. And then you could do your site, you could do the specific page, or you could do your site as a general. And I could say, I'll just say Google is my site. Up here, you're going to want to do 180 days. Now this is going to get everybody that's visited your site in the last 180 days. Now, if you want to get, a little bit more advanced, you could do something like this. So exclude people who visit any web page that meets the following rules, right? So if I knew my checkout page on Shopify, I could say, check out. So if that was my checkout page, so I could, everybody that visits my site, but the people who didn't buy, right? So I want everybody who visits my site, but not including the buyers. So I just want to remarket and retarget people who haven't purchased yet, right? So that's the power in that. That's all a little bit more advanced to make sure that you're not hitting up the buyers ever again. And if you can flip-flop these guys, right? People who hit the checkout, but don't, exclude people that just visit. I mean, you don't even have to exclude at that point. But if you want to do, say, here, You could target these guys with like a thank you ad, which is super powerful too, or like a coupon for a repeat purchase because you know that they're buyers from you, right? So that's when you're getting down to like the specific, more advanced. In general, you could just pile people into this and then remarket to them, saying, if I'm going to the specific page too, page. This is where you could do like, hey, did you forget to purchase? So anybody that hits this page but doesn't hit the checkout, did you forget to purchase? Make sure you get yours here. So just create this as test for now. Okay, so what I can do now is hit checkbox here, go hit view pixel. I want to grab all this code, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go over to my site. I'm going to be in my theme here, and I'm going to want to click on these 3 buttons and hit edit HTML CSS. And now in my theme.liquid, this is where I'm going to want to input my code, right? So if you see right here, I have the header, and here's the close header. So when you need to input this pixel is right here. So put it right there, and that'll get you in the everybody that hits your site across all of those pages in your entire Shopify store are going to get cookied with this pixel, and so that you can remarket to them. And now when they go to any one of your pages, Shopify will, I'm sorry, not Shopify, but Facebook will know that they hit the specific page. And then that's all you need. And your pixel is going to be the same for every single custom audience. What I just showed you is an easy way of picking that up and getting that going for you to apply. Okay, so that is it. Then you would save this, create your custom audiences. And then what you want to do is when you create an ad. So the difference here, guys, is when I'm creating an ad for my custom audience, what I'm going to do is target it in this section right here. So website, this is the test audience we just created. And then you don't really need to fill in anything down here. I don't fill in anything over here because it's all based off of people who have visited the site before. So you don't have to input or tweak anything. The one thing, if you're selling internationally, that you might need to do is take out the United States here. But other than that, you're ready to go. Now, as far as your budget, I would do, $10 because again, it's going to be very highly effective for you. If you don't have a lot of people in the audience, you're not going to spend your full budget, or at least I wouldn't think. This is why I also recommend, I have a page post engagement ad up here, but I actually recommend that you run a click to website ad for your retargeting. And that is just because it is way easier to get people back to the site on that level. Where you're just pushing people back to the site. So that's a 1200 by 628 click to website ad for your retargeting. This is the most powerful one I can give to you. So it's a link ad. So that's all you got to do is get this up and running, and it's going to drive people back to that specific page or back to your store. You can do all sorts of these kinds of retargeting. I would let those apps do the majority of the work, and then you play in the field of doing specific things like I was talking about, like to a specific product, creating a lookalike audience off of it, and then being able to go from there. So that's all I have for you today. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.